and cue it and drop it. YouTube world, what is good with everybody? What's popping? Y'all already know where you're turned into right now. It's the one man, Force the Eyes and Flavor of DFW Sports. You see the decor in the background. Y'all know where we representing in our playground. Come to, man. Hopefully everybody's having one of these lovely Sundays. The rain done, cleared out. It's a little sunny outside. I mean, it's still a little chilly, but it ain't like it was yesterday. Cold and wet, man. That ain't never a good combination. But stress-free Sunday. I got the NFL red zone running as it's going right now. I see overtime between the Jets and Miami. It's just one of those we kick back, chill. For all my Texas Longhorn fans, hey, they're in the CFP. They host Clemson. It's going to be a orange matchup, none to say the less, going down in there. But SMU got to do their thing, and they might have fell short, but they were still deserving to get in the college football playoff. So that's what we're going to end up starting the show off with for today, for sure. As a stress-free Sundays, we're watching everything. Cowboys will be on Monday night, as we'll talk about. But we'll start this off with some SMU athletics. Damn show college football playoffs. It's all set. The bowls, I believe, are all intact as well coming in. I'll talk about the Mavs 7-game win streak coming up after that. We'll talk Monday Night Football. We'll also talk TCU as their bowl matchup is set, and the women's basketball squad takes on number 3 ranked South Carolina down here in Fort Worth. So got a lot of that going, and the Stars do play later on against they host the Calgary Flames. So we'll talk about that. I see you there, Daniel Berry Sports and Highlights. What's good? Happy Sunday to you, my G. Happy Sunday to you. Everything lovely, man. We're in a good state of mind. I know the committee tried their hardest to knock SMU up out of that, but SMU, I mean, what can you say? What can you say? How can you really hate it? How can you really hate it that SMU got in there? Now, look, Alabama, we know Alabama can go in this 12-team tournament and make hay. We all know that. But what is the criteria? Who has earned it, or is it the best teams or whatever? Because you could be the best team, but that don't mean you've earned that. You didn't earn it. And Alabama had their chance to earn it, and that's something that they didn't do. Look, CJ, what's good? Appreciate you chiming in. Oh, you the second seed, them Georgia boys, huh? I ain't mad at them. How do y'all feel about a 12-team playoff? It's actually happened. I know a lot of people has been on the NCAA, doing all that, and been practicing, seeing how it would look and how it would feel. How y'all feel about it? That is finally here. You actually get some teams to host some playoff and matchups going up in there. It's some games that you'll get matchups that you'll probably have never saw. So hey, oh yeah. My bad. Rewind that. Mavs is the second seed, and we're about to talk about that coming up right after we talk about these SMU boys. But y'all already know where y'all at. DFW Sports Reps. Like, subscribe, hit that notification chime one time for your boy. Follow me on X at Drewski Self-Made. Y'all know I be splurging every chance I get to talk about some DFW-ish every time. But let's go back at it. Let's talk about SMU. Last night was one of those thriller games you got in the ACC Championship game. One of those where last year the ACC got completely left out of the Final Four because Jordan Travis ended up, having his season ended 2 weeks prior before they got to the ACC Championship. And even though they won it and went undefeated, they got left out, and Alabama got put in because of that. So Alabama got thrown a ticket anyway. They got thrown a ticket anyway. Now you come to this point. I just don't see how you put a 3-loss team in there. As good as your schedule was, as good as ranked wins you had, I mean, damn, But let's slide over. Let's slide over before we get to talking about the Mavs and the rest of the rundown. But looking at that game against SMU and Clemson, man, it was one of those games where you were like, SMU, please, y'all did not come this far to be put on this stage to get routed. That was the worst thing that could have happened. Basically, one or two things had to happen for Alabama. SMU had to win, or SMU had to lose, or Clemson had to win big. And neither happened. Neither happened. It looked shaky in the beginning for SMU. Kevin Jennings basically had 2 turnovers, basically in the first, 3 possessions. And I mean, Clemson just capitalized off of it. People were trying to say that Clemson really dominated the whole game. No, it was a tale of 2 halves, and it was just more that opening possession. Rhett Lasky is he won the toss and he wanted the ball. That's something that they always do because they believe in their offense. They believe in what Kevin Jennings is going. Hey, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. Problem was, it just seems like SMU did have to kind of get adjusted to the speed. The speed and the strength of Clemson, I think that was something different that they haven't most likely seen all year. But that didn't get them routed. They came right back. Man, they really, to be honest, I know how the football playoff committee probably looked at the game. They probably looked at it and said, if it was 5 more minutes in that game, SMU comes back to win that game. Because SMU took over the second half. Clemson took over the first half. They got a couple of turnovers. First possession, they forced the fumble. And then Kevin Jennings just not either eating the play or throwing the ball away. He ended up throwing the ball into the hands of Clemson. That hurt them. They capitalized off another touchdown. I believe if they all had to do it again, they would probably kick the ball out of the end zone and make Clemson try to drive instead of they end up getting a big kick return, and basically you get one play out of it and they end up kicking a field goal. I think that's something that they could have did different, but props to SMU. I mean, I'm glad they came back, but I'm pretty sure the playoff committee looked at it and was like, if they had 5 more minutes in that game, SMU comes back to win that game. So that was the one thing that they couldn't do. They couldn't lose big against Clemson. He said he a Colorado fan. He go wherever Deion go. well, I wonder if Deion gonna stay in Colorado. What do you think about that? Do you think he gonna stay there? Because for Arizona State to win the Big 12 championship yesterday over here in Arlington, which normally the Big 12 championship game, it either has Oklahoma or Texas or, it has a big name, and even TCU, they get more people up in there. That game really didn't have too many people in there. And I know Jerry is hurting from that because for some reason I ended up looking at some tickets for the Cowboys, and I was like, bro, they giving them tickets away. I mean, tickets like $15, $20. Like, for real, that ain't normally ever happened since they done built that AT&T Stadium. But keeping on SMU, they lose close. They get into the playoff as the 11th seed. They have to travel all the way to Pennsylvania to go play Penn State. Now, that is a tough environment to play in nonetheless. And on top of that, it's going to be cold as hell. Cold as hell. Oh, my God. Little CJ, man, talk about it. Deion, go home, man. Come back home. He said, Mike Norvell, okay, Deion, stay at Colorado for 1 more year. Just stay for 1 more year. Mike Norvell might have just got him a good staff that he got from Nebraska, especially on the defensive side. So I've been wanting to see that. The worst thing that happened for Florida State was Mike Norvell started winning. He won 10+ games back-to-back year, and then he won the ACC championship game. So that kind of derailed everything because this right now is the moment since Shedeur and his sons are going to the pros. This is his moment to go home. And I'm right there with you. I want it to happen. Crooks Power says, what's up? Davison Crooks in the house. All they had to do was shut down that tight end Warren. That's all they had to do. And I know, follow my guy. He's an IE Sports radio host. He hosts the Fast Break going in there, but he talk a lot of Alabama sports too as well. And I know you probably feel some type of way. I mean, I'm really more big Florida State head. So when I saw Florida State get excluded because of Alabama, it's hard for me to even feel some type of way. That's just me being me. Now, SMU is always dear to the heart, but they've been put in a bad situation. For me, I'm just like, I don't know what this thing is, what everybody got with something coming from the city of Dallas. That's kind of how I've always looked at it, going in that way. Big shout out to you for joining in as well, man. for sure. Oh, you said, hey, talk about it. Shouldn't have lost to Vandy and Oklahoma. Not only you could have lost to one of them, but not both of them. Had they only lost one of those games, Alabama probably still gets in. Like I said, the worst thing that happened for Alabama was it was one of two things. SMU needed to win. If they would have won, Alabama's in. Had Clemson won big, Alabama would have been in. But you got a close game, came down to the wire. ACC, they got left out in the Final Four last year. Why not the committee do right and get them two teams in? That's just how I look at it. Now, Clemson going up against Penn State. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. And I mean, the front seven that Penn State got, I'm going to have to be doing some little bit more looking, probably go back and look at a couple, maybe a game or two just to see what they're rocking with, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of get familiar with. But what SMU basically has to continue to do is just take care of the football. That's what cost them the ACC Championship game and a top 4 seed, straight up. And for a lot of folks to sit there and say, for a lot of folks to actually, it's just crazy because when you got all the teams that you have in here, because, I mean, Notre Dame is an 11-1 team, but we can all probably say they have the worst loss out of anybody that's in the top 12. Anybody. They have the worst loss. Yeah, they're 11-1, but they have the worst loss. Straight up. So, Alabama and Clemson used to be, man, about that 5, 6, 7 year stretch. That's all it was. That's all it was. And now to see Clemson go travel to Austin, that's going to be funny. Kate Klubnik basically goes back home to Austin, his hometown. I can't remember if him and Quinn Ewers actually played against each other when Austin Westlake played South Lake Carroll, if I'm not mistaken. Or that might have been the year he went early to Ohio State, forfeited his senior year. One of the two. But SMU, they just got to take care of the football. I'll have a little bit more talk about that when we get ready for that showdown coming up here Saturday. But proud of SMU. They didn't get the ACC championship, but they put everybody on notice. This is why they got the death penalty. If it's about putting money into the program, well, hell be it. You know SMU is going to do that. So, and like I said, I've been told y'all for the longest, the NCAA SMU an eternal parrot, bro. Come on. A lot of teams have been doing a lot of things, bro, and repeatedly, and never got no death penalty. But you give it to old little SMU. What's up, man? What's up with that? So, SMU, big shout out. They up in that thing, man, and let's just see what they can do. You got a tough road, but Penn State, how good has Penn State actually been against top 25 teams, though? They don't really fare that good. So, luckily for them, this is a home environment for them. They'll be in their backyard. And I think SMU, to be honest, now they get back to being that underdog role where they have excelled at the most. So, we'll talk about that, and I'm damn sure going to make sure we keep eyes on that because it's a big time for SMU. It's a big time. Let them try to go on that same run a couple years ago that TCU went on. Now, it ended bad for TCU when they got to the national championship game against Georgia, but that run was still magical for them to get there. So let's see if SMU can bring that a couple years later to on down east, down in Dallas, and see what they can do for sure. Now, let's talk about some Dallas Mavericks, baby. Dallas Mavericks, man. Dallas Mavericks last night, it was hard to kind of watch that game back and forth because, either you got the antenna or you try to stream or something. I went on ahead and got the antenna before I paid for the TV app. But the antenna, to me, is straight, and it gives you a lot of local stuff that goes on. So that's good to have that right there. But we had to watch – we really had to watch SMU in that ACC championship game. So that's really what we paid attention to a lot to right there. But the Mavs came through and they won against Toronto in a game that they came out in the first half blazing. I mean, I kept looking at the notifications and I'm like, dude, Mavericks ain't bullshitting. You know what I'm saying? They came out, put 70 in the first half easily. Kyrie and Luka just, going back and forth. I mean, them boys did something, but to see Klay Thompson to start to get it going, Luka hit him with a good deep pass. Bro, he caught that boy in stride, dropped it in the bottom of the net. Mavs are finding rhythm, man. Mavs are finding some rhythm, man. They are finding rhythm. He said Kyrie and Luka is like Paul Walker and Tyrese in Fast and Furious. No, talk about it. I like that, man. No, real talk, man. Either that or they you give it the old school classic white man can't jump, but now you bring it to a little swagger. It's just because Luka got some flavor to him to some degree. You know what I'm saying? So, and he fluent with it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't like that about him. They like, bro, why can't you be humble and be quiet? Man, fuck all that. Y'all be talking all that shit and he bust you up. But you got a great performance from your big three last night, as Luka gave you 30, Kyrie gave you 29, Klay Thompson gave you 20. He was 8 of 16 from the field. Only hit three out of 9 from the three-point line, but to see him in the 20-point range, I'll take that. PJ gave you 13, Daniel Gafford gave you 12, 10, Derek Lively gave you 17. Like I said, that combination, I really need 18 to 22 points from them on a nightly basis. Mavericks can't be stopped. But at the same time, Spencer Dinwiddie, you still got him in there. He gave you 11 points. Man, the Mavs are hitting you from everywhere they want to. They're hitting you anywhere they want to. It's hard to stop them boys. What do you really do to stop them? You're just going to have to put up a lot of points. And the Mavericks, people say their defense ain't that good. Their defense, when it comes down to it, is good enough. It's all about them just really cleaning up the glass, having clear communication on the defensive end. They know what they're doing and communicating on the right side, not being lazy, calling it out. Not just because you got beat or being lazy and then you call it out. No, you just have to call it out. It's just more clear communication they got to have. I believe they're going to be straight, bro. And like I said, now they're tied second in the West right now with Memphis going in there. Looking at I'm just peeping over what Mavs hit 17 threes. They got to the free throw rack 37 times, was 86%. So I'll take that. Shooting 46% from the field. I mean, the Mavs put up 125 points and they hit 38 shots. They hit 38 shots. I see what happened. Your big three combined for 15 threes. That's what happened. Luka and Kyrie torched you. And like I said, it was more in the first half. They really buried them boys. Second half, here come them Dallas Mavericks that we hate to see pop up. But they always end up popping up. They always end up popping up. Oh, he said we smoking OKC Tuesday. And I believe what's been reported, Najee Marshall should be ready to give it a go. And just give the Mavericks their credit for right now, because it wasn't that long, about 2 weeks ago, them boys were sitting in the 9th seed or something like that, 9th in the West. And now you mean to tell me they tied for second in the West? Man, all it takes is a couple win streaks to go, and everything is going to hit lovely. So, OKC, that's just going to be, that's going to actually have a playoff atmosphere, because OKC, I know they holding it something to their chest in they feels about what happened in 2024 playoffs. So, yeah, it is. That's why we got that rally towel back there. We got a few of them back there. All the rally towels. I'm starting to put those up. All the playoff events he been going to. It sucks because I went to a Cowboy one, but they let me down the worst way, and that thing was over in the quickest way. If you hear me and you feel me, I don't need to go that much into details. So, as Lil CJ does say, the Bucks are losing to the Nets right now. It's about to be hardwood season. It's about to be straight up hardwood season. But Mavs going, they get ready for this NBA Cup game against OKC on the road. 8:30 tip-off. It'll be TNT or your local broadcasting if you got the antenna, or if you got the Mavs TV app, man, it's going to be something to show for. Our big three is starting to get a little bit more healthier. Their offense is still clicking. To be honest with you, the Mavericks are going to be unstoppable if Klay Thompson really can be consistent behind the three-point arc. And you know what? You know what? Scratch that. He don't even have to just be consistent from the 3-point arc. Score. Score when basically when the play is broke down and you give into, can you score? Can you give me those 20 points a game? If not 18, I need at least 18 from him. If you can give me that 18 plus a game, Mavericks going to be hard as hell to deal with. They're going to be hard as hell to deal with. And that's a favorable matchup. Good throwing that out, little CJ. You right, man. Mavs is one thing. They got big. They got size. They got bigs that can start and come off the bench, and they can play a certain way where if it is small ball, they're still big. You know what I'm saying? Because you got PJ. You can bring in Maxi Kleber, that type stuff, and you can still somewhat play type of big. And it'll be interesting to see what OKC does. Do they want to play that? Well, they ain't got no choice because they can't play bigger than us. You know, Shed is out, I believe, right now. But what can they do with us? That was what killed them. I mean, that what killed a lot of teams except the Boston Celtics when we played them in the finals. But that's what made our Western run so strong was you just had the depth at the 5 position. So having Lively and Gafford out there at all times, that's just something that OKC hasn't figured out right now. And it'll be wise for the Mavericks to see if they have figured it out. Because if they can't stop it, I keep rolling it. I keep rolling it. I see Miami beat the Jets in overtime as I'm starting to look back at some things I was saying. Fran scored on Chicago. Caleb Williams up in there. What? Boy, you got your receiver crushed. But yeah, man. Yeah, the versatility that the Mavs can play through from 1 through 5 and what can come off their bench. And like I said, to have Spencer Dinwiddie doing what he do, Quentin Grimes, you see that is an excellent pickup for us. You see Omax is getting up in there, but he getting the minutes because Najee Marshall sick as hell. And I just think it's because all that traveling we doing. But, bruh, Najee Marshall, you get him back in the mix with what they got going, man, the Mavs just – they can play you anyway, and if they're 3 points or if they're hitting more than 15 threes a game, that's normally money in the bank for the Dallas Mavericks. Normally money in the bank. And just not only are they versatile through 1 through 5, they're just their roster rotation, how you got from basically 1 all the way through damn near 12, you know what I'm saying, if necessary. So, Mavs are getting some good juju. The biggest thing you just ask for is just stay healthy. Stay healthy. As you look, them boys enjoy playing with each other. It's going to be a raucous atmosphere that they're going to go to. But having Kyrie on this squad and having his head in a peaceful space, bruh, he knows how it feels to get to win a championship, get to multiple championship games. You know what I'm saying? He knows what that feels like. Now he done brought that hunger to Luka and the Mavs as they went last year. Now I just believe Kyrie is on him like, nah, this is what we really got to do. This is what ain't no lapsing right now. Ain't no lapsing. We got to make sure we're staying at the top of the Western Conference to let them know that last year wasn't no damn fluke. Nah, what happened was we turned it on after we made a couple trades and basically we made our run and y'all couldn't stop it. Now the blueprint been out. The blueprint is out. Y'all seen what we do. Can you stop it now? And that's what OKC is going to have to figure out. They're the number 1 seed in the West as it goes for right now. This is a great opportunity for the Mavericks to put themselves, to let the NBA world know, look, I know the Cowboys get all the coverage, but the Mavericks are playing some of the best basketball. You know, I believe they're in the whole NBA. I believe they're playing about the last 2 weeks. They're about top 4. I'm not going to say they're the best, but they're in that top 4 range. And that's East or West. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you got Cleveland, you got Boston. And then in the West, I mean, is it Memphis? Is it Dallas? Those two, you know, those I can say that's about the top 4 that I got right there. For real. Play Omax over Maxi. Dude scared to throw a rock in the ocean. He don't have no confidence. He doesn't have no confidence. Look, CJ, you right, man. But defensively, Jason Kidd loves to use him defensively. Let Jason Kidd tell it. See the Rams and the Bills 7 apiece right now. Bucks beat the Raiders for everybody who got their prize picks and stuff like that. Ooh wee. Fun time, but no, looking for the Mavericks. It'll be it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. Okay, see, you're gonna have to put up a lot of points, but I think Jason Kidd is cool. Look, if Shai Gilchrist-Alexander gets his points, okay, that's fine. Everybody else can't eat. Everybody else can't eat. And I think that's what Jason Kidd brought last year against them. Because, I mean, SGA going to get his 30. He going to get his 30. But everybody else cannot eat. Dominate the glass. Everybody else cannot eat. So, we'll give you different looks. We'll give them, PJ. Now Najee comes up in there. You got different dudes to throw at it. And it's Mavs are just, I think Luka gets it. It doesn't hurt to play with quicker pace. He just makes me nervous when he makes all those ridiculous passes. Because I'm like, a lot of times, bro, I'm like, we don't need that type of passing, bro. We really don't. You really kind of killing momentum because you're risking a big turnover. You know what I'm saying? But Luka can thread the needle. He can thread that ball. So it's hard to, knock him for that. And at the same time, Luka's on that MVP quest, what he's trying to do. Just got to keep it consistent. Just got to keep it consistent, and the Mavs got to keep continuing to win. That's all what's going to be within. Kyrie should be NBA all year. Man, he should be all NBA every time. Man, Kyrie, like I said, bro, a lot of people said this wasn't going to work because he was going to trip. Every time somebody leaves a big scene and come to Dallas, they don't want to do nothing anyway. From Dennis Rodman to Lamar Odom, all that type of stuff. Nah, bro. Kyrie is in a peaceful place. Playing with Luka makes it that much more better. And I'm telling you, you respect Luka because I'm telling you what happens is you see the competitive fire in Luka. Like, bro, he ain't that one to get punked by some trash talking or some physical play. Now, he does do a lot of little crying and flopping, but who don't in the NBA? And I think Kyrie coming along, being in a peaceful space, and now they have finally won the West, got Luka over that hump to actually win the West. Now it's just about getting him to be a champion. When it's all said and done, it's going to be like, well, that comeback that LeBron got with one of them rings was credited to Kyrie because he hit, the Skip Bayless, he hit the shot, but there's no taking from Kyrie, bro. Kyrie is trying to be like, bro, I actually helped one GOAT and a future GOAT basically get really over the hump. Really get over the hump. And for Klay Thompson, that'd be 5 of them. So then you'll be helping another man, bruh. There's a lot going into this. The West won't be easy to win during the regular season. But if you can stay healthy and maintain to stay out of that playoff play-in tournament, bruh, the Mavs shot is there good. Even if it's Denver, I know Denver give us matchup problems sometimes, but bro, you're gonna have to score. It's really playing in Denver they give us bad matchup problems, but you're gonna have to score to beat the Mavs. You're gonna have to score. No. You're gonna have to score. That's what you're gonna have to do. You're gonna have to score. You be out your mind if you think that ain't gonna happen. So NBA Cup action. What? Tuesday night, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Hey, we'll be having a lot of things going forward as we get ready to talk about the next subject real quick. I'll brief over it. Let's talk because I'll have some more to talk about the Cowboys and the Bengals playing Monday night tomorrow down here in Arlington at the AT&T Stadium. The Bengals are really coming in, and they're, the roles have kind of switched right now for the Cowboys and the Bengals because, well, the Cowboys you thought the state of the locker room was in total, was out of there. A lot of people, even me, I felt like, this locker room is like, bro, they out of it. They don't feel this shit. And now you look at the Bengals, the Bengals, you see their locker room is kind of turning that way now. My issue with this game, and I've been saying this for the longest, is, bro, can you put up 4 touchdowns in a game offensively? Can you do that? Because you're going to have to do that to win this game. There ain't no, you're going to get 2 touchdowns and a lot of field goals, or you're depending on a special teams touchdown or a defensive touchdown. Man, can y'all put up 4 touchdowns? And I think the defense for the Cowboys is going to be better. I really do. I think the Cowboys defense is going to be better. But in the same breath, I know this Bengals offense is good too. I know they're going to put up points. I know for a fact they're going to put up points. You're going to have to put up 4 touchdowns, and I'm talking offensively. Can you do that? I don't know about that. I don't know, man. Cowboys haven't showed you all year that they're able to put up 4 touchdowns offensively in a game. I think everybody in the NFL has put up at least 4 touchdowns in a game offensively. I maybe somebody can give me some look on that, you know what I'm saying? But can you put up 4 touchdowns? CeeDee Lamb said he's going to play, but I guess it's just something we're going to have to look at, man. Real talk. I just don't know if you can do that. And Jerry didn't make no money off that Big 12 championship game because really it wasn't that too many people up in there. Bro, I don't know why I had the business to even look at the tickets. Bro, the tickets are cheap. They are cheap right now, bro. Like, they giving them tickets away, bro. Y'all know my slogan. I said I ain't giving Jerry no money. But you know what? YouTube might just give him some money because I do got me some monetization money up on this channel. Appreciate for everybody who's been tuning in all the time. X Factor 999. Appreciate you for joining in as well. As you say, I guess we'll just have to see. But real talk, man. Appreciate y'all for always showing love. Hopefully, we'll get a little bit more people going around this go round. We'll try to be way more consistent. Like I said, if I ain't giving you lives, I'm going to give you some videos. That's just me at the game. But other than that, if we're not going to the games, I'll just try to make sure we're giving y'all a lot of lives coming up in here, talking about a lot of DFW sports teams. The conversation always carries on and goes on. I'll be having a lot of, like I said, I subscribe to the Dallas Morning News. So I've always been seeing what's been going on. But back to what I was saying about the Cowboys and the game, I'm like, bro, you can get you a ticket for $20. I ain't seen no tickets like that in a long time, yo. And this is a Monday night game. This is a straight Monday night game. So it's like, man, I don't want to do it, but if I do go, it will be because of the monetization we have received. Oh, yeah, I watch We Talk Mavs. Yeah, I be peeping out a lot of other stuff, and that's another reason why I did, I had to kind of like venture off and do my own thing. It's just so I could watch people who, it's more to engage for sure when you're in your city sports. And that's no disrespect to IE Sports Radio or anything. I don't mean in any gesture like that. But I just had to start watching people that, are on the same sports content that we do. But man, them fellas break it down. Also, I'm in talks with some folks, my man Big Mike with Swish for Real Basketball. He talking about doing something live here in the week coming span. So holiday season is coming around, and we're just trying to do a lot more extra things going in there. But it's for me, it get kind of taxing just because he's trying to do all the teams up in there. It's like, if I was just going to do Mavs, that'd be one thing. If I was just going to do Stars, or if I was just going to do the Rangers, if I was just going to do the Cowboys. But it's always something for me to end up talking about. So I'm trying to make sure I get my face up out there a little bit much more coming up in there. But yeah, man, I'm trying to make sure I get to doing as much as I can, because I actually seeing, it's been a lot of the shorts and videos that we've been posting going to the games that's really done got your boy to the next level. But also doing about these lives, y'all see, I'm a DFW super fan, so that's how we should get it, And I'm always up for collaborations to do some stuff, and this is what I mean, especially when it comes about the home team, because we're all on the same type of agreements. We're not trying to, it's not like, it's cool when you do content with the other team stuff, you know what I'm saying, but sometimes it just doesn't have its flow when the content creators are more on the same page and they're rooting for the same team. So I'm always looking for collaborations. As you all know, if you are looking for that, I right at the bottom right here, you know what I'm saying? There go my email. Just let me know. Hit me up on X at Drewski Selfmade, and we'll rock that way. So, any suggestions y'all feel like your boy can mix in with, I don't have no issue with at all. But Cowboys against what I'm telling y'all right here is, look, with the monetization we finally been able to access from YouTube, don't be surprised if you catch me at this game Monday night. I told y'all, really now it's starting to slow up in a little bit, but for a ticket to be this cheap, yeah, we might just have to pop up in there. You know what I'm saying? You said you were gonna. I know what I said. It ain't coming out of my pocket. It's coming out the YouTube monetization pocket. So, like I said, appreciate everybody for, you know what I'm saying. And now I'm just saying because how cheap the ticket is. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't spend all my YouTube monetization on you know what I'm saying, on them tickets I use. Nah. So we're gonna use monetization money coming up in there. If we go, we might not even go, but the way the cheapest these tickets is, might as well. I'll be off tomorrow, matter of fact, as well. I got to use all my sick time first before I can even use my paid time off. He ain't even getting no more paid time off. He's still full on sick time, so I got to flush. I got to flush him. So why not take Monday off? Tickets are real cheap. I'll bring y'all some more content in the trenches of AT&T Stadium. Hopefully we get us a good game. That's all I'm asking, because I haven't experienced the victory at that motherfucker in 2024. It's been very depressing and very heartaching. And not only have I not experienced the victory, I think it's rare that I even experience a fourth quarter in that motherfucker. Man, bruh, it's terrible. It's terrible. If they're only 20, you might as well. I probably would. You see what I'm saying? Like, bruh, tickets are cheap. I ain't never seen these tickets this cheap. Bruh, you could get a Hall of Fame ticket for probably $200. And I mean, those tickets are like high. The ones I'm talking about, like where you get the whole field view, they're high. But I'm like, bruh, from the 300, from about the 300 to the 400, bro, $40 will get you a good ticket in there. A good ticket. And looking at the results of what happened in the Big 12 championship game yesterday, it wasn't that many people up in there. Oh, the Rams then. What didn't happen? What didn't that looked like a lot of special teams players. Rams done gone up big on the Bills right now. It looked like a special teams play. What happened? Give me the replay. Block punt or something like that? Good clear. Good clear. Oh, he blocked it, returned that boy, and scored. He got the triple factor. So, yeah, man, you're right. I mean, the tickets being that cheap. And like I said, it's going to come out of my pocket, but it's going to get transferred because of my YouTube monetization. For sure. For sure. He said, I'm sorry for your Cowboys. Honestly, I don't have any hate against y'all. It's them, 49ers, Eagles, and Ravens and Bills. Okay. I got you. But I couldn't be mad if you was, you despise the Cowboys. Hell, I'm a Cowboy fan and I despise what the hell they got going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm sick of this shit. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. But he said, but you're going to spend money and end up going to the game. Hey, mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Mind your business. I told you this is going to be monetization money coming up in there. But mind your business. I don't tell you what to do with your money. So do me the same proper etiquette and not ask me what I do with my money. Nah, it's all love and game. But for the tickets to be that cheap on Monday night, bruh, we going to be in the mix. It's just depending what ticket he want. How much he's willing to, take from his monetization to get up in there. You know what I'm saying? But Hey, we'll be bringing y'all some more content in the trenches. Keep it going back to back. Make it consecutive weeks where we get y'all a game, we get y'all some more content coming in there. And then, I have to post the blog and then we get to talking and everything. So probably the Mavs game Tuesday. Well, I'll be up that night. So we'll try to get us alive going back Tuesday after we upload the vlog if we go to the Monday night football game. For sure. But Cowboys, can I pick them to win a shootout? I wouldn't put my wallet on it. No, sir. Why? Why would I? For why? Why would I do that? They ain't scored 4 touchdowns all year. So why would I think they're going to win a shootout? Now, if you're going to sit here and tell me Mike Zimmer is really getting a beat with this defense now that they're starting to get healthy and that they're going to hold the Bengals under 27 points, if that's what you're going to tell me, that's about your best recipe for you to win this game, because I believe the Cowboys move the ball. It's just about getting offensive touchdowns, something that they can't do. That's just something that they can't do. The Bengals defense is not that good. So can you establish the running game, keep going? That would be something to see. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. I don't know. He said, Dad, you and your pops paid a 50 piece for cheap ass seats against Kansas and Colorado a couple weeks ago. You might as well go have a good time for that. Jerry ain't baking. I'm putting it to y'all this way. This Monday night, Jerry is not trying to break y'all pockets, bro. He might still be trying to get in your pockets, but it ain't like, the original prices that you got it for. I promise you. Them boys is cheap, and they probably going to keep getting cheaper as the night goes on into the morning. And like I said, we got an off day, and it's not too far right down the street. Hey, we might as well bring y'all some more content, right? In the trenches of DFW, down for winning sports, that's how we do it. Y'all see all the videos, so that's how we got to do it. But you're right about that X Factor for sure. Why not? Why not? Why not? For that price, you might as well. You might as well. Now, okay, off of the Cowboys, and as we done did a little good prime minute coming up in here, let's just go ahead and run down for the rest of DFW sports. As TCU athletics, TCU football has been invited to the bowl. Got a bowl invitation. They will be in the New Mexico Bowl as they will host. They will square off against the Louisiana Raging Cajuns December 28th as the holidays. It's that favorite time of year. I still like the bowl season. Me being a college football purist, I still enjoy the bowl season around holiday time as it's getting ready to gear where football about to be out. So for all my dudes, I mean, women, like football too, but damn sure all my dudes, all the weekends, we was like, man, we in the house, we trying to do everything about sports. It's about to come to a close where we're going to have to start going out and venturing out, you know what I'm saying? Doing some extra things because there ain't going to be no football weekend. So that's something that you're going to have to look forward to. But TCU, I like the matchup. Can they finish the season strong? Because they're really coming on the back end strong, and can they build momentum going into 2025? And that's what the Horned Frogs will have to end up doing, coming forward in that. As well, TCU women basketball. If y'all haven't already, they, I believe, are in action. Hold on. It's a big game right now. Oh, 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on ESPN2. You got South Carolina coming into Fort Worth to face the Lady Horned Frogs, and they are riding high right now. TCU is riding high. They undefeated. They 9-0. They came off a big victory where they defeated, at that time, number 3 Notre Dame. Now they get a real tall test right here. This is really to see what these women, don't be surprised once you see these girls start trying to hoop. Now it's gonna be an ultimate. Staley and them girls ain't nothing to be played with. We know South Carolina how them girls basketball can do. So if you're not doing nothing, or if you're not watching any more football games, tune over to ESPN2. Check out the Lady Horned Frogs take on the Lady Gamecocks. South Carolina TCU top 10 matchup. I'm gonna be glued into that, and then as that game spills over, the Dallas Stars will also be in action against the Calgary Flames. So that'll be on the Victory app. I'll do that right on the phone. ESPN2 will be glued into this game. Hopefully we get one of those games of the year coming in. I think TCU is having their chance. It's going to be difficult, but this is their chance. They about to put everybody on notice. Look, Even if they lose, they're going to put everybody on notice that they can hoop. They're going to put everybody on notice that they can hoop. Like I said, the Stars, they're looking to bounce back, as I believe they'd have lost 2 straight. So let's see what they do. Texas high school football before I go. Let me look at a little Texas high school football that went down. Y'all know is basically the third round and having the regional round or quarterfinals done happen. But let's see. Let me see if I can get to the scheduling real quick. As we had some good games that went up in there. Let me see if I can get to it. It's going to be a big matchup this Saturday between North Crowley. The matchup everybody wants to see, North Crowley and Duncanville going at it. Big matchup. DeSoto was the biggest disappointment, bro. DeSoto went to Waco to play Longview and got slaughtered. They got slaughtered. Now, I mean, they got hit with 1980s football, like Mosh and Tuck, Nebraska, run the football down their throat style, bro. They lost 50-14. Let me see. You got like 7 D1 commits. Bro, they lost 50-14. Longview beat the brakes off them boys. Let me see if I can get the schedule now. Let me get Let me get semifinal. Bruh. Nah, but DeSoto, I don't know what happened. That was the worst type of game to lose 50-14 against a team that ran it down your throat, because it rained in Waco too, and it was cold in Waco too. So for it to be cold and rainy, man, they just got mashed on, bruh. They got mashed on. North Crowley beat the brakes off of Allen. They beat the brakes off of Allen. They really did. I had a feeling they were going to win that game big, but nothing is going to compare much more bigger than what's about to go on between Crowley and Duncanville. Who do you put your money on? Crowley got exactly what Duncanville has on the outside. Do they have enough in the inside is my only question. That is my only question. Do they have enough in the inside? Do they have enough in the inside to make something happen? And if I had to put my money on it, I would probably put it on Duncanville. Okay, now I finally got the score. South Lake Carroll, they ended up defeating Denton Guyer 56-45. So South Lake Carroll advances. They might just get, I think they're going to end up playing Longview, it looks like. While North Crowley beat Allen 35-7, Duncanville beat a Houston team, Houston Cypress Bridgeland 31-13. Now you get Duncanville, North Crowley, and I think you get South Lake Carroll and Longview. Ooh, Texas high school football getting at its best time right now. So, yeah. And for me, it doesn't matter for Duncanville or North Crowley. It doesn't matter. I think any one of those teams can win the 6A state championship game. That'll be down here in Arlington. I might as well pop up in there and give y'all, them tickets ain't going to be heavy. So you know what? I might just pop up in there. I've been saying the whole time, why don't you get some high school football action? This Saturday, I believe that's, if I could go to that game, I probably would. But if not, I probably catch the state championship game that one of them teams is going to go. One of them teams has got to lose, but I think the winner of that game is winning the 6A state championship game. And that's just me feeling on this side of the Texas high school soil in the DFW. I know, you got some good Lena partners. You got some teams down there, down south, H-Town, and all that. But, that's just how I'm going to look at it. And then you look at the other region in there, you got South Lake Carroll and Longview. We all know South Lake Carroll is a perennial high school power, especially in the DFW. But Longview ain't nothing to sleep on. My people from Longview, you know what I'm saying? So always had love for the Lobos. So if South Lake Carroll can't stop them boys from running, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, Bubba. For real. For real. You in big trouble. But that's probably what we're probably going to look to add into, give some live, go live from some high school championship games and give y'all some footage of what's going down. And that event is just crazy because that don't have to be an all-day event. Because South Oak Cliff, matter of fact, in 5A, they keep rolling. Let me look at 5A real quick. Denton Ryan ended up beating Aledo 31-21. Highland Park ended up beating Frisco Lone Star 41-28. So Denton Ryan and Highland Park will go at it. Argyle beat Lovejoy 42-17. South Oak Cliff beat Port Neches Grove in a rematch of state finals rematch 56-14 as they will play Argyle. So you're looking at maybe you'll get a South Oak Cliff, either a South Oak Cliff or a Highland Park, because I would probably take them over Denton Ryan. A South Oak Cliff or a Highland Park in the 5A state championship matchup. And then in the 6A, I'm looking at Duncanville or North Crowley being up in there. So that's probably some things we can jump on for sure. I think that's some things we can jump on for sure. So, man, I've been kicking it with y'all for a good hour. Let your boy go ahead and get some get some festive up in him, enjoy the rest of this stress-free Sunday of football that it is. And like I said, man, I know we said we ain't giving Jerry no money, but he's giving a reprieve because he has no choice because ain't nobody going to the games. The tickets are very cheap. So if you have nothing to do Monday night in the DFW, bruh, there's going to be a lot of seats there for cheap there. It's just going to be there for cheap. I don't know how you want to do it with the kids because Monday night we'll have the Simpsons edition. So kind of get the kids to be occupied to want to watch some football that way. But at the same time, if you want to go to the games, the game is real, real cheap. We might get up in there just because we did get some YouTube monetization. It's been lovely, and we're going to capitalize off that. And we'll probably be up in there. It's going to be an eventful week coming in. So a lot of sports, a lot of DFW yakking going on. So appreciate everybody for tuning in. Live chat is always good. We got X Factor, little CJ, the Mavs. I look forward to seeing what goes down Tuesday night, man, for sure. Davis and Crooks, appreciate you for tuning in. Daniel Berry Sports Highlight. Everybody else who catches this on the back end, on the replay, I want to appreciate you for tuning in. DFW Sports Raps, like, subscribe, hit that notification chime. Follow me on X at Drewski Selfmade. And, if you got any content creators who want to do some collabos, hit my email, drewskismb@gmail.com, man. Hopefully the Lady Horn Frogs continue to put things on notice. Hopefully the Stars can snap out this 2-game losing streak. Let's see what the Cowboys do on Monday night. Can they put together consecutive wins in AT&T Stadium and keep wins going? We'll find out. Will I be there? Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. You might see me there. Until then, that's all out, man. Y'all know my slogan, do everything with